inspiring speaker. He should have a career in education. Oh, wait. Very good. So I kind of took the angle here of more personal fitness, health, wellness, and some activities you can get into there. Not tell you exactly what to do, but just to make sure you do something. I'm a firm believer that we develop habits in college that last a lifetime. Last year I worked with Adam a little bit on the campaign to get folks out to vote. Because I think if you become a voter in college, you'll probably continue to vote as you graduate and move through. I also think the same thing is true with health and fitness and your own personal well-being. Professor Pyle just said he goes kayaking with his college buddy, still to this day. So I think that's a habit they developed, whether it was kayaking, then they were doing something together, and they continued that all the way through. So I want to just kind of tell you a little bit of my story. I know not everybody in the room is going to connect directly to my path, but hang with me, because I certainly will connect the dots at the end. So when I was in college, I was on a team sport. I played women's basketball. And so my personal fitness, health, all of those things were tied into the team concept. Basketball is one of those sports you start on day one. When you show up, you have preseason. You're doing running, weight training, all those things, getting ready to go. And so it's coach directed, and you have your teammates there to kind of help you through, to commiserate with, to complain about the coach, all those things that you do. But you get through it together. And then, about middle of October, you start getting into full practices and ready for games. And that goes in through March. After March ends, games are over, you have maybe a week for spring break, you come back and it's spring workouts, where you do an individual workout, again, coach directed, you're working on your individual skills to get ready for the next year. So it's a year-round pattern of everyday, very, very directed workouts. So I know you're going to find this really hard to believe about me, that I'm not a naturally gifted athlete. He didn't find that hard to believe at all. He laughed right out loud. Oh, harsh. So it was very important to me to be a member of the team and to actually be a contributing member of the team. And so I worked very hard from the day I showed up till the day we left. Coach gave us workouts for the summer because I wanted to be a part of that team. I wanted to play, and I knew that I couldn't just show up and rest on my athleticism because there was none. All right? Also, that led me to make probably some smarter choices during the year around things outside of basketball and school. Because if I was going to work that hard to get ready to play, I wasn't going to go ruin it by drinking and doing some of those other things. Because again, I could not afford to do that. That was just not going to help me in any way, shape, or form. So that was kind of my routine in college. When I graduated, I got into coaching. So again, I had that team connection for my own personal fitness. I'm not a person when I coached that I stood on the sideline and talked to the team. I was out on the court, I was moving, I was demonstrating, I was jumping in. Made me feel good to be able to play against high school kids and be better than they were. Really the glory years, those first few years, that was fun. And then quickly got into college coaching, so it wasn't quite so fun to get out there and play with them because as a coach you don't want to look worse than anybody out there on the court. So, but again, it was all team related. So I had no trouble making sure that every day that there was a routine, that I was staying in shape, staying fit. Fast forward to 2005. After 12 years of coaching collegiately, I made the move to athletic administration. And my first athletic administration job was at a conference office, so I was no longer on campus. I was actually at a conference, so we administered the sports of 14 different universities, 21 sports. It was an office of 4 people. And I'm telling you, my personal fitness, health habits went down the drain in a hurry because my connection to team was no longer there. That's how everything for me was always built. So I wasn't making time to go to the gym, to get on a stationary bike, to go, just because it didn't click with me on the routine of my day anymore the way it had as an athlete and as a coach. And things went downhill quickly for me in so many ways. It impacted so much more than just my personal health. All right, all of my habits just got really, really lousy. The way I ate, just everything just went south in a hurry. And then I was very fortunate last year to get the job here at Johnson Wales University, and came in and realized how much there was to do. It was a great challenge, a great opportunity working here with the students and the faculty and the staff. And if you've ever been to my office, you have to stop by someday. Usually about the middle of the afternoon. Come in and just hang out with me for 10 minutes, and you will hear everybody in the fitness center drop every weight right on my head. All right, my office is right below the free weight platforms. All right, so when people are doing cleans and they drop them, it sounds like they are coming through the roof. Every single day I get to hear that. And what it did is it really kind of clicked with me, you know, my goodness, I am 12 steps away. 12 steps is probably a really bad term to use. 20 steps away from the fitness center. Why don't I get up there and, you know, get working out again? What's the number one excuse? Time. There's just too much to do. I've got so much going on. Well, it was about this time last year that President Kurkowski came up with, we want to do the Get Fit JWU campaign on campus. And Sandee, we want athletics to be a player in this, make it happen somehow, partner with student activities. Brennan was a big part of that. And we got after it and tried to make that happen. Well, with that, we scheduled a lot of programming as a fitness center. And I'm a big believer in role modeling. And so I jumped in and embarrassed myself mightily in a lot of those classes last November. It was hard on the ego, without question. But what I noticed was how much more time I had during the course of the day because I was taking that hour out to do something physical. It made me sharper mentally. It just kind of got me back on track, gave me just more energy to get the things done that I needed to do during the day. And so when that Get Fit thing was finished, we kind of took a break for it for a while, but while it was finished, I kind of continued that pattern. And really, things just really improved in almost every aspect. About the last 6 weeks, I've got a hurt back, so I'm not trying to tell you too much here, but I don't know quite what I did, but it's turned into some sciatic nerve issues. Got a lot of pain down through my left side, hip, lower leg, all of that, so I haven't been able to work out. And I just noticed, I mean, I'm probably here 2 or 3 hours a day longer than I used to be, and I'm getting 2 or 3 hours less work done each day. It's just harder to keep that focus, and I really miss it. So I really do want to encourage you, and whether it's one of our programs in the gym, or getting out on a bike ride, or doing something physical each day for yourself, just one, for the mental benefits, the physical benefits, it just really helps you get going in those aspects. So, because I didn't develop great personal habits in college, all my habits were team-based, it took me a while to get back to figuring out what those personal habits needed to be for me. 3 points I really want to bring up today is, first one is accountability. I think that's the one thing that helped me the most last year when I got started. I found the person I trusted the most, and that wouldn't, you know, because this was a big undertaking for me. You know, so it was my sister-in-law. So she's the person who I said, I need you to be my accountability person. We're going to check in once a week. I'm going to tell you what I've done. And if I haven't done well, you got to kick me in the butt and get me back on track. All right? She got me connected to an app called MyFitnessPal. It's a free app, download it, whatever. But it's just a chance to kind of log in, you know, the things you do during the day, your activities, your food intake. You can put in goals that you hope to achieve. It kind of tracks it for you. There's the social networking aspect of that. If you have friends that you want to get on there with, I choose not to use that too long. But you know, it's totally, I know you guys are probably way more connected on those things than I am. But I know that's just a way to be accountable. It just is amazing at the end of the day when you sit down and you log in everything you've done during the day, and it just makes you really think about, wow, you know, today was a good day, or ooh, you know. And then after about 3 or 4 months, I started noticing, you know, when somebody comes through and they're like, hey, we brought cookies from the culinary lab today. I'm like, hey, I don't want to put those on the computer tonight, because if I have to log those in, it's going to, you know. So it really did make me think about choices I made during the day, just by being accountable to myself and to my sister-in-law each week on what I was doing on that. Another one is a sense of community. You know, if you want to go to the fitness center and work out by yourself, you know, there's some people that works well for. But I think for others, it really works well better to get in more of a group, to have, you know, that person to go with, or, you know, again, this is kind of selfless advertisement of our own programming, but, you know, we've got classes over there almost every single day, so if there's a chance you want to just jump into one of those classes, but a sense of community makes it a little more fun. A little less obligatory and a little more, hey, this is something we can do more social, but still we get the same benefits out of it. And then the third one is routine. I found that makes it so much easier if you know that, hey, every day or third day or whatever it is, you have a routine that you're going to do it at this time, always, 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 and you kind of program in, and you just get ready, and it just seems to, one, make you more accountable to yourself because you know, hey, that is part of my routine. And then it becomes routine for the future as well. You know, because I'm a routine person. That's kind of how I've lived my whole life, is everything has to go from point A to point B. I wish I could be more spontaneous sometimes, but routine certainly helps on that. I found that I'm a morning person, so I get in there before it's even open a lot of times. And now that I'm hurt, you know, I'm still awake and sitting there going, oh my, you know, what am I going to do? It's, you know, 4:30 and I'm not going to go back to sleep and I can't go work out, and it just really throws off my whole day. So routine is important there as well. So I know I'm killing the mood in here because Professor Pyle had it going and lots of energy, but I did want to just leave some time here to kind of open it up to see if you all had any questions either about things we're doing over in athletics in terms of the programming or just anything in general. Yes, ma'am?
Could you just tell the classes that are in the gym right now? Because I live off campus and I'd really like to know the classes.
You betcha. So on Monday nights we have Hi-Yo, so it's a combination of Pilates and yoga. All right, and that's at 6:30. Right now I believe all of our classes are 6:30 at the evening ones. We will get the winter schedule out here within the next, well, before you all leave for break, we'll get that winter schedule out. But then on Tuesday nights, we don't have a class right now. Wednesday nights, we have a fitness interval training. And so it's kind of like all the ones you see on TV all the time. Give me the names of those. Like P90X and all those kind of, you know, it's just real quick, different movements. You go like maybe 45 seconds of one drill, you're right into another drill, and you just mix it up, interval training. All right, and then on Thursday we have Zumba. All right, and on Friday mornings at 10 we have boot camp. And so and then we have a kickboxing class on Saturdays.
And Fridays.
Fridays and Saturdays kickboxing. Yes. So you all know our good friend Haley Saul. Haley's in charge of the Get Fit JWU program going on this year, and so she's really kind of taken that on, and she stops by every couple weeks and lets me know what she's going to do, and I'm like, okay, make it happen. So she's doing a great job with that. So she'll get the classes out for winter, because obviously winter term is the toughest term. All right, the weather changes. We have all of those holidays. Yeah, you know, it's just really a good time to really maybe get really connected during the winter term to a routine and to community and accountability during those times. Any other questions? All right. Hey, this is a phenomenal turnout. It's good to see you all get connected to these programs. Brittany, thanks so much. Appreciate the invitation. Oh, we got a question in the back.
No,
yeah. Kind of off topic, since Jamal brought it up. A new initiative that's coming out starting the first Wednesday in December, and it'll be the first Wednesday of every month. This is a 4-campus initiative. We're going to call it Wildcat Wednesdays. So on the first Wednesday of each month, we're going to all wear our Wildcat gear. All right, if you're in culinary, I believe the rule is going to be you can wear a Wildcat t-shirt under your gear, but other than that, and then obviously you want to always check in with your professors and make sure that you don't have something going on special in class that day that you shouldn't, be a little more casual. But President Krakowski has blessed this. Faculty and staff are going to join in as well. And we're going to wear our JWU gear and really support the university and show our pride and school spirit on the first Wednesday. So that's the first week of classes. I believe December 4th is a Wednesday. So I'll let you know in the atrium that day. We've ordered some of that Tim Tebow eye black, you know, the little patches you put underneath there, and they say JWU Wildcats on them in blue and gold. So if you want to stop by and get one of those, just kind of as a kickoff event, we'd be glad. Well, I'd get 2 if I were you. Don't just wear one. That'd be kind of you're more than welcome to do that. And then the other initiative that Jamal was talking about is the JWU Cup. So December 12th, 13th, and 14th, we're going to have Miami, Providence, and Denver all playing women's basketball for the title of the JWU Cup champion here in Wildcat Center. Our men's teams are all going to Providence. This is all part of the centennial celebration. So we're hoping to have 2 basketball trophies in the Wildcat Center in December, showing that we're JWU Cup champions. there's going to be a lot of stuff going on that week. So on that Thursday night, we're going to have a tailgate party in front of Wildcat. The women are going to play Providence that night. So obviously Denver versus Providence is probably the marquee game that week. So hopefully you will all come out on Thursday night. Just a little teaser, there are some sweet giveaway t-shirts. Alright? Somehow, if we all wear our JWU stuff, well, everybody in the gym playing is JWU, right? It's JWU versus JWU versus JWU. So we had to do something to differentiate that it's JWU Colorado. And I think you're going to like them. So they're free. You show up, you'll get a shirt. Obviously, we want our student section to be on the far side of the gym because the camera is up by the fitness center. And we're going to web stream this. So there's going to be people in Providence, Miami, and Charlotte all watching the games. And we want to show that Denver rocks. All right, so come on out and fill that whole section. We'll all be wearing our shirts. And it should be pretty cool on that. And then on Friday, we're going to have a watch party in here, in Sage Lounge, because our men will be playing at 5 o'clock our time. They'll be playing against Providence. So we'll have it on web stream. So we'll have a watch party going on here, and then as soon as that's over, we'll shoot over to Wildcat because our women will play Miami on that night. So a lot going on that weekend. So I know there's a lot going on that whole week. It's winter week. But you know what's a couple more activities? All right, look at this. This is a Thursday night. We've got a great turnout too. So, all right. Thanks, everyone.